My name is Franklin Gale, and this is my comprehensive exam number 2. We want to dive right into the key concepts that I found from 3 of my previous PR courses. The first being the importance of precision writing, the second being able to identify your target audience, and the third being the importance of maintaining employee satisfaction. Why use precision writing? This is something that I went over in my intro to PR class. Dr. Bird really stressed the importance of using probably about 5 to 8 words to really sum up your point. Try to use 5 to 8 words to really nail home where you're getting at, nail home what's important. Why using precision writing is important because it establishes legitimacy and it shows that you know what you're talking about. If you can get to the point about something really quickly without going around the world, it really shows the people that you're presenting to that you're really confident in your product, number one. And number two, you know exactly what you're talking about. Why identify your target audience? This is something that we went over in advertising for PR, and the importance of it, trying to go for a target audience is because you need to know who creates the most money for your company. You need to know who those people are and how to get to them. Knowing who creates the most money for your company means 2 to 17-year-old demographic have become really high in watching ESPN and different sports-related programs. It's also knowing that the 18 to 34 demographic that used to watch professional wrestling has really diminished, and the 30 to 50 demographic watching professional wrestling has grown higher than that. It's knowing those certain numbers to really tell how your company's doing is another way to target your audience. If you notice that your demographic with 18 and 34-year-olds are going down, that means you can kind of track your revenue source to that. The amount of people coming in our store is really high to 2 to 17-year-olds. It creates a pinpoint PR trajectory for the company as well, meaning your company has a certain image that it has to uphold. And knowing your demographic and knowing your audience, you can really target yourself to that demographic and target a lot of campaigns that you do to that certain demographic. Pepsi really recently just failed at a campaign that featured Kylie Jenner because they were trying to reach too many demographics, and a lot of those demographics weren't Pepsi drinkers. So it ended up offending more people than really ended up offending more people than actually got to really want to invest and buy Pepsi products. The importance of employee satisfaction. Better employee happiness, better company output. It's proven. Anytime someone enjoys their job, they're going to do the best they can to make sure everything at their job is going to run tip-top. Another thing is it creates a worker-employee trust and potential union crisis. That avoids a lot of PR nightmares at the same time, because it means your management can go in and talk to the employees and they can get a settlement done really quickly. And they know that the employees know that the managers have their best interests at heart. It also lowers workplace tension, which is great because that means we get increase output and efficiency in the company. And efficiency in the company is always great. It's always needed. Gives workers more input and better in their companies. Meaning it makes workers feel more important. It makes workers feel like they're just not a cog on the wheel. They're important. That what they do matters. And that's our goal. We want to make our employees feel like they matter, because they feel like they matter and they're happy at their job. They're going to give us back more than we can ever give to them. Retail nightmare. Observations to better serve company. I did this observations based on a couple of jobs I worked, one being a department store, another being a movie theater, and the lastly being an adult daycare. And these are a few things that I noticed that could have been better, and these are a few ways I'm going to use the key concepts to really basically solve those problems, to sum it up. We're going to dive into what creates a retail nightmare. We have a lack of leadership in your stores, meaning your management does not do a job to a competent level, and the employees feel like they can be better. A lack of employee management, relationship, or trust. Meaning your employees can't go talk to their managers about something that's going on at home, about someone being sick. They feel like they can't go to their managers to talk about it. Elevated feelings of favoritism towards certain employees. Someone feeling like they're being treated unfairly in favor of another employee. Or they got 8 weekends in a row off and you've worked every weekend back to back to back to back to back. And extreme lack of communication between management and employees. When management doesn't tell employees something, it gets employees worried. So they're not worried about their work as much, they're worried about what's going on in the company. Is the store closing down? Are we getting new management in? What's going on? A lot of people are really confused about that. So you really don't want those feelings really to go on in your workplace. Now, here's how you end the retail nightmare with precise messages. When holding employee management meetings, present to employees in a professional, non-confrontational manner. Meaning, talk to them as people. Talk to them as you would do a normal conversation. Keep it professional, keep it brief. Don't confuse them with jargon or different slang. Talk to them like they're an adult. Make them feel respected. And they will give you the same respect back. Ensure that employees are given clear explanations of the importance of daily tasks. Basically meaning, if you have something to do today, make sure your employee knows what he's doing, how to do it. Don't just leave them out on the job because that's going to reflect back on leadership and management. Also, ensure management is on the same page to ensure no messages are misconstrued. Management has to be an army. They have to be one solid force together. If one manager is doing one thing and another manager is doing something else and the manager's over there is doing a third thing, it's going to make a lot of people feel like they don't know who really to listen to. The managers have to be on the same page at all times, because if they're not on the same page, it's going to show in the way the store is run, in the way a lot of things go on financially. The knowledge of sales to run on certain items based on seasons or inventory. Researching brands that consumers purchase frequently or in bulk. Shifting store to place highly wanted items in harder viewing areas for customers. Receiving inventory based on highest shopper demographic. All of these tie in together. Number one, you have to know it's summertime. So in the summertime, I'm going to try to sell my summer stuff, but at the same time, I'm not going to sell all of it. I'm going to worry more about selling this winter stuff because it's all season. I only get that winter stuff out before I can bring in more summer stuff. If I still have my winter stuff here and all my summer stuff's gone, I'm not going to make any money because people don't need long sleeve shirts when it's 90 degrees outside. Researching brands your consumers purchase frequently or in bulk. Know what your consumers buy. Know what people come to your store to buy. If someone comes in for a large popcorn and a large drink, make sure there's always popcorn for them. If someone comes in for Ralph Lauren Polo, make sure you have Ralph Lauren Polo. Make sure it's not available where they can go and just pick it up and leave. But at the same time, make sure that it's in stock enough. Because people come in for a certain product, they're going to want that certain product. So you have to make sure that make sure that you have that product in stock to make sure that you keep those consumers happy. Shifting store to place highly wanted items in harder viewing areas for customers. This is important because you have to make people want to dive through your store. You shouldn't make it a treasure hunt where your store is destroyed and look like a bomb went off somewhere. But at the same time, you want to make your stores look like presentable. But you want to make your stores harder to find the good stuff. You don't want to just put a polo right in front of the store. People are just going to go pick a shirt and they're going to leave. You're going to want to put it in, hide it in with something else. You're going to want to make people look for it. You're going to want to make people dive into all this stuff. You want them to buy more than just a polo. Because you can get someone to buy a polo, but your goal is to get them to buy the Calvin Klein as well. Receiving inventory based on highest shopper demographic. Basically meaning, if you know your shoppers are African American or Caucasian American, and you know what kind of brands they're coming in for, make sure you have those brands available. Make sure you know the people who shop in your store. And last but not least, employee stamp of approval. Ensure employees are made to feel as if their work is always appreciated. Make them feel like they're doing the job. Make sure that they're doing the best job they can. Make them feel important. Make them feel like they're just not a cog on the wheel. That's basically what that is. Ensure employees enjoy their job while ensuring maximum work completion. Making sure they have fun. Make sure they're smiling. Make sure they have great customer service, but make sure they're doing work. You can't have all fun and no work, but you can't have all work and no fun at the same time. Actively reward employees for jobs well done. Make sure your employees are rewarded well. If they do something that's outside the box, they go and they outsell in their department and they go and they do something special, make sure they're rewarded. Because it's going to make everyone else strive to be the number one seller in the department. It's going to make everyone strive to make sure they have the highest average amount for for their pricing at the movie theaters. And remain fair in all employee management. Treat all your employees equal. Be fair. A lot of people may not feel like you're being fair, and some people may feel like you're being mean, but at the same time, the best way for a store to run is for everyone to feel like they're all on the same level and there's no one above them. These are my sources, and thank you for your time.